So when our mosaic is ready, it is time to make a classification. So initially, upload your mosaic, and you should have this tab of classification. In case you don't, go to this empty space, press right button of a mouse, and please check image classification. See that we have this one raster image, mosaic TIFF, and we will start classification, supervised classification. So by the way, in case you're familiar with ArcGIS Imagine and you know how to work with it, the best option to classify your raster image is ArcGIS Imagine using combined classification. But this is beyond the scope of this research course, and therefore I will use ArcGIS for all my videos. So here we have classification. Please open this training sample manager, and we will start to collect samples using this polygon. You can just choose cycle, rectangle, but I do prefer polygon, it's better. So let's first start to collect water. See that water is slightly in these areas are mixed with sand. Because it's in desert, you know, sand dunes often just cover water surface. If you want to move image from to another place, use this pan function. So so see that some areas probably will be classified as barren land, because they're mixed with because they cover significant part of this water body because of sand dunes that happen in desert. So this is also water, water, water. More samples you collect, the better classification result you might expect. So I am collecting from different parts of my study area. So see that water mostly have this dark color. You can change, by the way, the color to true color composition, right? 4 2 3 2 3 4. So now it's in true color. So you can collect this. By the way, also this has slightly different, so it's mixed with mixed with vegetation or mixed with sand, etc. So we collected in general 36 classes samples for water, and now by pressing Ctrl and Shift, choose one until the last one. See that it chose all my classes samples, and now I will merge training samples into one, name it water, and change color to the appropriate one. So the next is to start to collect samples for barren land. See, this is barren land. So in this case, barren land is mixed in my area with rocks and asphalts and some mineral substances, and therefore I should be careful, because mineral substances and rocks and asphalts in their spectral signature closer to urban areas and built-up areas rather than barren land. So see, this is a urban and rocks. So this is also barren land. So this is a pure barren land. So I can here collect very large samples. So Control Shift, merge. I will name it barren land. I will choose a value to 2, class value, and I will choose appropriate color. So the next step is to collect samples for agriculture. See that this area contains huge agricultural parcels and fields. Be careful because some areas are also closed in their signature to barren land, because they are harvested agricultural areas, so they do not contain vegetation. So in order to detect vegetation in your study area, you can change this red color into and assign the band 5 to red, to near infrared color. So in this case, red colors represent the area with high level of vegetation, because vegetation reflects a large amount of percentage of near infrared energy that falls from the sun, reflects a huge amount of energy in near infrared spectrum. Therefore, remote sensing scientists elicit vegetation areas just looking to near infrared band. So these areas can be considered as barren land. So this one is green as well. So red, it means a large amount of vegetation. So this one is also vegetation. This one is also vegetation. So agriculture 3, I will change it to yellow, for instance, or you can change it to light green. So the next step is to collect classes for built-up areas and rocks and asphalts, because this will be the same class. So this is white color can be considered as built-up using this false color composite combination. So built-up areas are just buildings and construction sites, urban areas as well. So this one is definitely built-up area. So this one is definitely also. And now let's start to collect samples for rocks and asphalts. So this will be the same class. See, this class are rocks and asphalts. So they have both similar spectral signature. So this one also can be considered as urban and rocks and asphalts. So let's look to other places for this class. So this one, as I just immediately can recognize, see that this is definitely another substance, minerals, inorganic minerals, comparing to the barren land, just sand in our case. So this, let's again Control Shift, urban and rocks, no, minerals, let's say rocks. Okay, so this will be red, and I will change it into 4. Now we can save training samples. I will name it like 1, 2, 3 in shape file. See, it will save it in shape file format. So we saved our classes, and let's start classification. So go to classify and interactive supervised classification. You just click, and let's wait. Okay. So it made a classification. See that it's somehow accurate, but needs some post-classification correction. So these areas definitely need to be again reclassified. Sorry guys, I had some problems with my ArcGIS, so I fixed it. So there are 4 classes I created. Most of them are barren land, rocks, and water and agriculture. So I can say that according to this image, the accuracy of classification approximately 80%, which is can be considered as high, especially for this large area. If you have problems with classification, you can just compare clicking this your final classification with your image. You can also use I can close this one. You can also use image analysis, swipe tool. You can choose this one, at least one, and use this swipe layer, right, in order to compare classification. See, I think that most of it is right. And if you're not satisfied with the classification, you can also always just continue to add polygons to those classes that you're not satisfied with as a classification of ArcGIS. For instance, if you see that these areas belong to barren land, you can choose these areas. They will add, for instance, new classes, see, and merge them, and again merge with barren land, right, using this in this, and in this case you will have more accurate post classification correction. So you can always improve your classification results using post classification, and reach the accuracy to 90, sometimes 95%, but it depends on the number of classes, on the quality of your initial image. See that these areas are actually water, but they are mixed with sand and dunes. Therefore, some areas were classified as barren land. So these areas are actually, I think that they belong to barren land, but due to the cloud, the ArcGIS classified them as rocks and urban areas. So anyway, I think that this classification is clear for you, and my classification is ready, and the next step will be to cut study area.